Hello, this is a quick look at the Teclast X98 Plus 2 tablet PC. This is a Windows and Android tablet, has both OSs on it. It's powered by a Cherry Trail processor, has a 9.7-inch screen, all the usual ports and volume rockers around the side, and it looks similar in depth to an iPad Air, but it's much heavier. The speakers are on the back rather than at the sides, so that leaves the sides free for ports. You get a selection of accessories with this, but one thing to note is that as well as the usual USB cables, you don't get a UK power plug. So you're going to need to provide your own power plug, unfortunately, and you also need to be aware that the charging cable is a round tip rather than USB tip. So if you lose this wire, you're going to have problems replacing it. You can't just use a standard USB. Windows is full Windows 10 and it works really well. You can use this in full desktop mode with this nice size screen, that works fine, or you could swap it to tablet mode if you prefer. So that gives you the full Windows OS, runs fairly smoothly. Obviously you're not going to be able to do any massively powerful applications or games on it. If you like Windows, that's available. If you're more of an Android person, I prefer Android on tablets myself. This comes with Android 5.1.1 and it's a very clean install. There's very little software pre-installed on this, so you can see I've already put on some games, but otherwise there's very little else to clog this system up. It works well as a second screen for a bit of sofa surfing, and the screen itself is pretty responsive, so if you are a bit more artistic than me, you could get yourself a drawing package and you can see it responds fairly quickly when I'm pushing the screen, pushing the buttons, various bits and pieces. You'll see they just appear very quickly, there's no lag. And it performs really well when gaming. So Asphalt 8 ran very well. The speakers are on the back, so your hand doesn't cover them up on either side, as often happens on mobile phones. You can see it runs nice and slickly and looks great. The screen actually does a really good job of making things look really good. And the large screen size also means that your hands don't get in the way. So if you're playing something like Modern Combat 5, you can use the on-screen controls without your hands getting in the way. Of course, the larger screen does mean that you're going to have to reach up a little bit higher when controls are further up, such as the reload button. Unfortunately, it's not all great. The camera on this isn't particularly good. It's a 2 megapixel camera and colours look washed out. It's just not great, no depth of field, bit blurry, doesn't really focus that well, but at least when you do some video recording, although the colours still look terrible, at least the video quality itself is pretty good. It's nice and smooth and you don't get any jerkiness that you sometimes find with low-cost tablets and mobiles. While the screen does look very good, I have noticed that straight out of the box it seems to have quite a few little scuffs and marks. They've not come out very well here, but you can kind of see them reflecting little scratches, so I'm not quite sure how well this is going to last, but overall it does feel like it's decent quality for the price. It's not a massively expensive tablet and you get both Windows and Android. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.